I think I'm live on the line.
Yo.
Can y'all hear me? Yo,
yeah.
This is Doggie Diamonds. I think I'm live on the line here.
Oh, okay. What's going on, bro?
What's up with y'all?
Oh, man, it ain't nothing,
Shit,
man.
chillin'.
Appreciate you calling up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, usually when we do the other shows and all that, you know what I mean, like we'll introduce you, you know, fill them in, you know, the callers in with, you know, who you are, give them a little background. But you on the block with Blue, so they just throw you right in, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, Just give the listeners that may not be too familiar, you know what I mean, with you a little background of.
Well, my name is Doggie Diamonds. I have over 23 DVDs that hit the streets. The Come Up DVD, Forbes DVD, COD DVD. I did other people's DVDs. Also, I'm instrumental in the beginning of World Star Hip Hop because their site really got big when they used some of my footage. My Max B interview from the Come Up DVD. I did that interview with Max B that everybody loved. I did that interview. Also, the interview when Fredro said Brandy gave him head. That's when like World Star got really big because it made Media Takeout. At that time, Media Takeout was bigger than World Star. And they used like my Styles P footage. They used a lot of my footage, and then I really didn't like them doing that because they wasn't really giving the credit. Then they would give credit after a while, and then they started getting funny and started like taking my footage and putting a bar over my name. Just some real weirdo shit.
Right.
You know, so that was that. Then I started Forbes DVD with my partner M-Rec. Interviewed everybody and their mama. I interviewed so many people I can't even really name them off right now. We'll be here all night. Was kind of instrumental in the battle rap scene too because I was interviewing battle rappers when they was mad and didn't want to be called battle rappers. They would get mad and if you call them a battle rapper. They say, I'm not a battle rapper. Now it's cool to be called a battle rapper.
Now it's cool,
Yeah, now it's cool to be called a battle rapper, but at one point they didn't want to be called battle rappers at all. Did that with them. I just did a lot, you know what I'm saying? I did a lot. Just, you know, everybody's podcasters now, so, you know, the podcasting thing is a little weird to me. People trying to push me to do it, but I don't know if I could take to the podcasting thing like that because I really like to be in the field. I really like to go out there and get footage. I really like to be active because, you know, that's hip-hop. You know, even the phone thing is dope to me because you could reach different people in different states and everything, but, you know, it's a lot of safe interviews being done via these offices and via these platforms, and, you know, I see people talking a lot of shit that they normally wouldn't talk and say if they was out on the street, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're on the street, it's a lot of responsibility that, you could be held to. So, you know, I just did a lot of interviews. Now I started on Doggie Diamonds TV last year. I just redesigned the site today, just relaunched the site today, redesigned it. Just started a new YouTube last year. Last year I just hit about 18,000 subscribers today, as of today. So
on that.
I got interviews with 1 million views on YouTube. I got collectively on YouTube, I might be at like 35 million views that you can count, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even count before YouTube was cool, because at one point YouTube just got popular within like the last couple of years. But like when I started doing this in 2007, 2008, nobody was putting their videos on YouTube. We was putting them on MySpace and, you know, other things. The DVDs were still popping, you know. And I was like the first person to ever do an interview for the internet. Like when I was doing interviews, there was no Breakfast Clubs, there was no Ebro in the morning, there was no Vlad TV, nobody was doing interviews but me at one point. And then it just became cool for everybody to be an interviewer now. So it is what it is. The game expand. I mean, I got it from Ralph McDaniel's Video Music Box, you know what I'm saying? That's the OG, the founder of everything media, you know. So, you know, he told me I was doing a good job, so I feel good. But I don't chase rappers for interviews. I don't chase artists. I don't, you know, and whenever somebody asks me to come on board and get on a platform, I just do it. You know, I'm just here working, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter what you do every day. You know, you still put your pants on one leg at a time. So all this celebrity shit that dudes be on. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm regular. You know what I'm saying? I'm regular.
Well, I don't understand it either.
Well, me myself, you know, I'm a tri-state nigga. You know, I'm from Philly, and
okay.
I'm Joe Money by the way.
Okay.
I used to do the drama DVDs with Concrete Jungle and all that shit back then. So I know your work. Back when we was going out pushing boxes and shit, your shit was the only shit up there that was selling besides my shit and Smack shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything you saying is facts. If anybody like, oh yeah, well he can't prove it. He can prove it because that shit is a part of my life. I used to grab
a lot of I didn't get on camera for a lot of DVDs.
You know what I'm saying? I used to grab a lot of your DVDs just to see the competition, the quality of the camera, the editing and all that shit. Because if I would look at DVDs from my city, there was no competition. Nobody was doing menus and doing like DVD
intros
covers and then labeling the covers on the DVDs and shit. Like y'all were doing that up there way beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So and I know for a fact you were one of them. Like even when I grabbed the Frenchie DVD, the Cocaine City shit, he wasn't labeling the DVD itself.
The Come Up DVD is the top DVD in the streets ever. You know what I'm saying? Because we came after Smack.
Whatever that cover was, the real one, it was on the DVD. If you didn't have it on the DVD, that was some bootleg of other shit. I used to go up to New York my damn self, go right in one of them stores and snag all of y'all shit. Whoever was up there that had it. If you had a DVD and I ain't put my hands on it, it's because you wasn't putting in that street work. When I went and touched base, I don't care where I was at in New York. They had a little mom and pop store. I used to go in there. Y'all DVDs used to always be in there. Y'all shit and
no facts. Yeah, I mean, and the funniest thing is Fendi we didn't drop a DVD in a while. But me and him still talk like every day and shit. You know, the DVD got kind of killed by the World Star because World Star started ripping people DVDs and just putting it online. You know what I'm saying? The DVD world kind of died because it's almost like equivalent to print. You know, something True Life come home from jail. You can't wait a month later to print that. That has to go out right now.
Right
you know,
away.
So it's the same thing with footage. If something happens right now, everybody's walking around with a camera in their hand, you know, and they putting it on Facebook and they putting it on Snapchat and Instagram. So it's happening right now. So by the time you put out a DVD, the story is old. You know, Prince died, and you want to put that on DVD. Then Birdman does some shit right after that. Prince is over with. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody talk about Prince no more.
Yeah, like back then, Diamonds probably could come through and get the same footage that I got from the same artist, but it's a whole totally different interview. And when he drops it's relevant. The moment he drops it's relevant.
Disgusting.
You know what I'm saying?
It's disgusting. I'm really disgusted
so many niggas
by
go
a lot
behind him, and he'll do many radio. You'll do so many radio interviews that when it drops, it's not even potent no more. But it's
the sad thing about it, one thing about me, right? When you do an interview, I still respect the game. Like if you do an interview and you ask somebody certain questions and I saw it, I won't ask them the same questions. This game is different now. I'm like. People are interviewing Ja Rule asking about 50 Cent. I asked them about 50 Cent 5 years ago. I got the footage to prove it.
Right.
You know, people making a big deal that they interviewed Kareem Burke from Rockefeller. I interviewed him 6 years ago. The only person to ever interview him on camera was me. You know what I'm saying? But what it is, I believe in being humble about a lot of stuff because, you know, just like you do it, you can not do it. It could all get taken away. But in the game that we're in right now, we're in a bragging game where everybody want to poke their chest out and say, I'm the greatest at this and I'm greatest at that. And I'm like, yo, everything that y'all do, I've done already. But I still did shit that a lot of people have never done because right now, if somebody called me to go to the Pissy Projects in East New York to do an interview, I'm going to go. These other dudes ain't going to go because, for one, they scared. 2, they booty. And 3, they not in the street. They not even in tune with what was going on in the street. That's why the interview game became kind of saturated because it's all set up nice for dudes. Dudes got refreshments and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to have the hip-hop element. Fuck the corporate setting of interviews. You know what I'm saying? It makes for good footage, but nothing is better than that footage of Max B on the street. And I was just talking about that today. That's not even HD. That's not even HD.
Right.
But that footage is timeless, for one, because of the content and the setting. Now, when you look at these interviews now, and the dude is sitting in the office or sitting on the couch or sitting in front of a podcast mic, it doesn't have no replay value because he told his story, and now he did The Breakfast Club, and then he did Ebro in the Morning, then he did Angie, then he did Sway, and he told the same story on every platform.
On every platform.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what oversaturated the game.
You and Max had like a connection because Max wouldn't talk the way he would talk with other niggas like how he talk with you.
You know what it is with the Max B thing?
I seen you get some Max B footage of this nigga look like he just woke up.
Yeah, what it was with Max B, a lot of people were scared to interview Max B. That's why that happened. He was blackballed 100%. Nobody didn't want to interview him, and everybody was scared. And when I got the call to interview Max B, I was told that, Jim Jones is going at anybody who's interviewing Max B, and I was like, well, go at niggas for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I just say, yo, man, just give me his address. I'm going to get this interview. Like, I don't have no time to get caught up in nobody politics of what they going through. I got to get footage. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Max appreciated me. And this is before French Montana. French Montana wasn't even around Max B at this time that I interviewed him.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Dame Grease was right there, though. If you look at the footage, Grease was always there, but even with the Max B shit, it's kind of unfortunate because I've seen a lot of people using his name.
Because a lot of people don't
shout
even
out
know
to
who
Grease.
that is.
I've seen a lot of people using
he produced a lot of
people
records.
using Max B name and likeness and all that, but they wasn't even really there for the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but. And then after I interviewed Max B, I kind of like broke the ice, and I seen dudes trying to do web series with him. No, of course none of that shit worked because I already got everything out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That was like a 45-minute interview, and a lot of my interviews always be in depth, and I don't break them up into 60 pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to sit down. My interviews, I remember watching like 60 Minutes and 2020, and they sitting down, or Barbara Walters. And they sitting down and they interviewing these people, and you learning so much from this interview. That was my style of interviews. Now when you see interviews, it's like 40 pieces of an interview, and you like, yo, man, I can't even really get into this shit. You know what I'm saying?
They maxing out for that view count.
Yeah, exactly. But me, I want you to go get you something to smoke, get you something to drink, go get you something to eat, and sit down and watch this movie. That's why my interviews always be long. You know what I'm saying? But now even some of the people who are watching the interviews they have a short attention span because of the way the game changed. They want cliff notes, and if the interview is not dissing somebody, they don't really care. Like my interviews be full of information. You know what I'm saying? Who knew that Smooth the Hustler wrote "Ain't No Nigga for Foxy Brown"? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
that
was just talking. Yo, that's funny you say that because we was just talking about that earlier. You know what I mean? Smooth the Hustler and all that. How he really didn't,
I was
really didn't get
about
the shine he should have got, or the credit that he should have got.
How Fendi used to do interviews with you, and I fuck with Fendi, and Fendi don't do a lot of interviews. Like he probably did like
he don't do no interviews. I'm the only person he'll do an interview.
He's the only person, right? That's what he said. He's the only person he'll interview.
So, like, I would sit down and I watch Fendi shit because like I like watching niggas that I got shit in common with. Like I like niggas that's very business savvy, but they not yet. Like that's me all day. Like you talk numbers and all that, I'm all with that. But when you start trying to like persuade me with what the fuck you had already did shit, I ain't worrying about that. You know what I mean? Like I'm on the now type thing. And when Fendi be talking that shit, like he just be like, man, fuck all that other shit. Like I'm just trying to do me. And now if you don't fuck with that, it's like you too caught up in favoritism of who might be dissing him at the moment and not really listening to the jewels that he dropping. Because every time he don't get caught up into the topic at hand. Like somebody might come at him like, yo, so with the Nicki shit, and he's just like, well, you know, like that's this, that, and the third. And then he'll go into something totally different. Like I'm doing this shit over here. I'm fucking with this person and that person. And and it makes you want to watch the nigga because it's like he done blew off what you basically was there to view. Like he blew that shit off.
He entertaining the bullshit.
Right.
No, I mean at this stage of the game, when you busy, when you working, like, you know, it's almost like somebody talking about a girl that you dated 10 years ago. It's like, yo, I dated her 10 years ago. I done did so much shit in 10 years. Like, you still on that? We still on that time? I'm not even on that time no more. I done forgot about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like even on, you know, I've had like people who don't know any better. I've had people come on my channel and say, yo, you a fake ass DJ Academics, or you want to be like DJ Academics, or yo, you a fake Brad and all this shit. Yeah, I've had people say that shit to me. Yeah, and I'm like,
years old.
This is what I'm saying. But this is the game we in. We're in a game where people don't respect people who come before them. You heard me earlier mention Ralph McDaniels. So if you're in the tri-state, you know what Video Music Box is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's the OG. So, you know, I'm always going to show him his love and respect. But nowadays, people come in the game and they steal your blueprint. They do everything you do, but then act like they're the architect of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I say that, I wanted to be like Ralph McDaniels. I was running home at 3:30 to catch Video Music Box. You know what I'm saying? Since I was a little kid. So to meet that man in person and him tell me, yo, you doing a great job. I love what you're doing. I feel good about that. Nobody else can tell me shit.
But that was just,
you know what I'm saying?
That was certified right there. It was a rap.
Yeah, nobody can tell me shit. But now I got dudes coming in the game acting like they got something on me, and I'm like, yo, you never even got no original content. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't knocking nobody for what they do, but it's dudes that's taking people Instagrams and Twitters and acting like it's content, and that's not content because anybody could do that. When you gonna hit these streets and get some actual footage or something like that? And for whatever anybody's doing that's working, cool. But don't try to compete with me or act like you better than me because you did something that worked, because when that ends, because everything has a beginning and an ending except for time, you know what I'm saying? But when that ends, let's see what you do then, because people got to remember, too, Forbes DVD started in 2008. You know what I'm saying? This is 8 years in the game. Some of these dudes only been around for 8 months. So let's see. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I hope everybody make it.
Seen nothing yet.
This is what I'm saying. I hope everybody make it. I hope everybody do what they got to do. But, you know, you get cocky and arrogant. I've seen so many people disappear. You know what I'm saying? I remember starting in so many websites compete. Oh, what's your Alexa ranking, or where you rank that and all this. And I'm looking at them like, yo, shut up, man. You don't even know what you're talking about. And then 6 months later, they can't pay their server fee and their website is gone. Right. And here it is. I'm starting new websites and new YouTubes, getting 18,000 subscribers in less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. And I don't have to step on nobody's toes or be no sucker or be under nobody. And that's another thing, too. This is all me. This is all independent. I don't have no boss. So all these other dudes that's working for people, you a worker. You a 25 off 100 dude. You know what I'm saying?
Can't even talk to you.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. Bosses speak to bosses. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, I be looking at them like, yo, okay, you stunting on me with somebody else shit. Where's yours at? Because once he fire you, you dead. Most of y'all ain't even really hired. You pro bono. You know what I'm saying? But you acting like you got something on me. I'm a black man from Brooklyn, New York, been out on these streets for years, and still found a way to make legal money without risking my safety or my freedom. You know, and I never, ever worked for no cracker in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't push no poison in the community. I don't even drink or smoke. You know what I'm saying? I don't drink or smoke. I never smoked in my life ever, and I quit drinking 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And all I do is work and do my thing and try to help people and uplift people and talk about, you know, the foul shit when it's available, you know, because I don't like to see no, you know, injustice when it comes to our people. So I'm going to speak. I got a voice. I'm going to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just looking at dudes like, yo, man, what is your purpose? Like, I'm not your competition because you're not my competition. Like, I'm looking to try to reach these billies and these millies. I don't have no time to be dealing with no thousandaires waiting on a YouTube check every month. That's not what life is about. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money getting cut, It's a lot of things it's a lot of boom, that's out there, the dispensaries and the weed boom, and everybody talking about happy 420 and happy to smoke weed, but these dudes is making trillions of dollars off our celebrations, but we not getting none of the cut. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. We always quick to celebrate little victories, but it's always a bigger picture, and we're not in the bigger picture, but we celebrate everything. We the best Christians. We the best Muslims. We the best Hebrews. We the best everything, but everybody else gets rewarded and paid for those without even bragging, and we get nothing. But we the first ones to brag. Yo, 420, I'm smoking, I'm taking it to a head. And this dude's got dispensaries making trillions of dollars. And I seen articles where they were saying black people just ain't getting none of that money.
Mm-hmm.
But we the heaviest smokers. We the chains, I only smoke Girl Scout cookies and all this other madness. Mm-hmm. But you a custody. You know what I'm saying? You a custody when you go and boss up. And that's what I be trying to tell people. So, I got a lot of people who come on my channel and want to argue with me and all that. I don't even entertain that stuff because one day it'll all...
I see that shit.
Yeah, one day it'll make sense. Yeah, one day it'll make sense what I'm saying. What I understand with a lot of people is that you got different levels of consciousness. You got different levels of growth. I was a knucklehead too. You couldn't tell me nothing either. I was argumentative with everything. I thought I saw and I thought I knew everything at a young age too. Even because you got a lot of grown boys. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of grown little girls. So people want to argue and debate everything. But at the end of the day, how you argue and debate with somebody who's really self-made? You know what I'm saying? And you got to get up tomorrow and go to work, and you trying to tell me how to do my job, and you work for somebody else. I be having people saying, I'm unsubscribing for your YouTube. You need to take your channel down. You suck. Your lighting suck. And I'm like, but you got to get up tomorrow and get on the train. I'm be in my drawers in the crib drooling in the bed because I work for myself. Right. You know what I'm saying? And what you should do is ask me what it is that I'm doing so you could get some pointers and tips because we all have the entrepreneurial spirit. We all good at something. You just got to find what you could tap into to get your money. But instead of us doing that with each other, first thing we want to do is hate on each other and down somebody, and you mad because you got to get up at 6:30 and go to work, and at 6:30 I might just be going to bed.
See, mainly these younger guys. The younger guys got this kind of like it's me against the world kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like we grew up where the culture around us always had us respect something. Whether we respected life, we respected our grandmothers, our mothers. These little niggas don't respect shit because ain't nothing out here really to respect. You got men out here doing all kinds of simple-minded, dumbass shit, and you looking at them do it, and you a youngin', and you like, look at this dumbass nigga. And then all the leaders is in the cut some fucking weird. They ain't trying to holler at these little savages. They scared they gonna get their fucking head blown off.
But you gotta understand though, the real talk though, some of these little dudes, unfortunately, they just gotta die, man.
That's bad.
Or they raging backwards. I know a bunch of young bulls, man. I hear them niggas talking way reckless, and I check them little niggas, and them niggas quiet right down and listen to everything I say. Like, damn, yeah, you right. I be tripping this and the third. Some of them little niggas be screaming for help. They just do it.
No, that's real, but you know what, though? See, you can't help somebody who didn't ask for help. I'm not trying to run around in these streets on some, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X giving these dudes information and they just want to get high. You know what I'm saying? I look at all these little dudes like junkies. You know what I'm saying? And only some of them going to be saved, but we got to remember, when I was 15, you couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me nothing. All I wanted to do is go outside and fight every day. Mm-hmm. Every day I wanted to fight. I wanted to go outside and beat somebody's ass because we was in Brooklyn and we was robbing people, and that's just what we were doing. So when people are ready to get the information, it's here for you. See, the deal was a lot of my homies started getting killed. That's what woke me up. See, these little dudes, they homie and get killed, and they still do the dumb shit that got them killed. You know what I'm saying? So they're not really learning anything. And it's a different time. Like I say to people, when the last time you read a book? You know what I'm saying? When the last time you did things to expand your vocabulary? Everything is not about the Illuminati and looking at YouTube clips and shit like that. You have to actually do studies. You have to read, and reading broadens your vocabulary and broadens your comprehension. If you look at the internet, so many internet problems, or so many problems are started off the internet because many people can't read, so they lack reading comprehension. So they read a Facebook post, and they don't even know that it has nothing to do with them, but they look at certain keywords, and then they always want to say somebody throwing a shot, and it's subliminal because they lack reading comprehension. You know, through text. So many arguments and fights are started through text because people can't decipher if somebody is being sarcastic or they're just saying something regular. So that starts an argument in the fight. You know, we're just in a different time where we are slaves to these devices. You know, it'd be people in the same house that'll text somebody and say, "Are you ready?" instead of going in the next room like, "Are you ready?"